Hey guys, Code Invest here today. Hope you guys are all doing well. Today we're just gonna do a video on targets. Targets, what can be useful for targets, and what can be useful for stop losses. And then we'll go over a bit of momentum. So this is kind of a continuation of the Nadaraya Watson video that I made last time. That seemed to be kind of popular. So just expanding on that. So actually we'll just we'll go to Bitcoin since it's live right now. So I'm filming this on a Friday night, 8:30 right now. Actually, no, it's 9 p.m. So we have Bitcoin kind of neutral in the envelope here right now. So nothing really sticking out. I'm on the 4-hour chart. So for targets, what you can use is it's not really supposed to be used this way, but I found out that it can be used in a way that can be good for targets. So all you have to do is click, go to TradingView.com and then go to indicators. Click that and this, just type in SuperIchi. It's like a Ichimoku cloud, but it's like the price is a little bit closer to the lines are a bit closer to the price. So what you can do is you can remove that red line. You don't really need it. What this indicator is actually supposed to do is it's supposed to, when it crosses, it's supposed to signal a trend change. So here the blue line crossed over the red line, which had some momentum. I've seen it kind of like fail otherwise, because look what happened. It kind of came back down, and then it's like, well, what now, right? If you go back and see, there isn't much crossing happening, especially on the 4-hour. There's a cross here that did kind of work, but I've seen other times where it doesn't really work. Like, you guys can use it that way and test it out and see if that kind of works. In this case, it does work, but I've seen it in other cases where it might not. Like, for example, this only got one candle after it crossed. What's your target, right? Well, in this case, there isn't really a target here that you could have used other than maybe something more algorithmic. Is you can use a moving average 5, a simple moving average. We'll talk about that after. I'm just going over the ways you can use the SuperIchi if you want to. You can use it for crosses. If it would have crossed here, what would have been your exit? Well, I guess you could have just taken what you got. For example, until candle close, or like if it crossed, you could take the first candle. Like here's one where it didn't really do much, and you might have got a bit concerned because like here it crossed down, and then it moved up quite significantly for a long time. So you wouldn't have really known the direction. So that can happen with this, especially without any targets. Let's just see. Let me remove this and just see what we can do with the. Let's just look for a moving average. You can get a ribbon with like 3 in them, but I don't really need it. So let's just try 5 for now. Where did it cross again? Where do we say? Oh, we said it crossed down. Yeah, the thing it was already below. Because it crossed. Where is it? Let me change the color. I have my night mode on, so just give me something good. Okay, yellow's good. So we have this moving average. It crossed down, giving us the blue line crossed down on the red line. That gave us a potential sell signal. Were we above? Crossed down. No, we were below, because price was below when it crossed down. So there wasn't much target with this. That's the thing. What's your target with this? So that can be a little confusing. If you find it, if you guys want to try it, you can use it that way. Sometimes it might be it might be really good. Other times it might be really bad. When's my exit? That's kind of the problem with it. He didn't really leave an exit. It's kind of just. I mean, you could try to maybe see if a larger number would give a better exit. Not really. It's going up because we wanted it to go down after the cross. Blue line cross down on red. We kind of wanted to target down here. We're not really getting anything. Yeah, that's just going higher. So that's not really helpful. 5. Yeah, it didn't really help too much. So it crossed down on that candle. So it crossed after pretty much. And there wasn't really a target to go off. So let's just hold off on that. When it did cross down, perhaps you can. Yeah, it's kind of difficult. It's kind of just take what you get. It seems like that. Like if it crossed down, well, it's going up. It hasn't crossed back up. So maybe I could ride it out and see if I could get something. That could work. This code actually is available. There is a code floating around for this indicator if you really wanted to make it into a bot. But it's in PineScript, so if you know C++, it's not really going to help. PineScript's kind of hard. It's like its own language in itself. But anyways, you guys can use it this way. Sometimes it can be beneficial. It could take a while, for example, to happen. Like if this would have crossed down, maybe would have got some on that candle, maybe on that, but you would have waited for a while and waited to see if you really could get anything. And again, you don't really have a predefined exit once again. So if you guys have any ideas on better exits with the SuperIchi, you can use it for crosses up and down. Hopefully guys, that's one way to help, one way to use it, so maybe it'll help you out. One way that I find that you can use it is that other than that, which may give you some good trades or some that kind of don't really go anywhere, but we can just take, so take basically everything except for that blue line away. Okay, so now how can we use it? So now you can use it as a target. So if we go back, let's go to the euro just for a sec. Actually, no, that's not the euro. Sorry, I'm looking at E. Okay, so now we have the. You can see how it kind of drifts down. It gets far below, and it kind of connects with it again. So that can happen. Like for example, here we got really low and then it spiked up. Here we got low, then it spiked up. Here we got low, and then it kind of retraced to the line. Then we had a dump here. Then it kind of eventually spiked up again. Dump. So we'll probably get a spike up next week on Sunday or Monday or something. So it's just a good way to for an area of targets. So again, we can use, for example, the MACD for momentum. We can enter again, as we mentioned last time, on a signal cross after touching the bottom of the channel, waiting for the cross. So let's say it went below to the lower envelope. It didn't exactly get below this time, but you wanted to take it because it's been so many days that you haven't had a trade. So then, for example, you wanted to take this cross and you got some. You got maybe 30-40 pips and then you exited. In that case, where was the target? So it kind of was above. So let's say it did cross above So it did cross and you were above. So let's say you wanted to wait till it was below to enter, and then waited for the histogram to inflect to positive. So it went from negative to positive, like it went from that white color to the green color. That's signaling that it went from negative to positive, then enter. That might have helped. Or for example, we could just take the histogram. So if the histogram inflected to the white color, signaling it went from the white to the went from the negative to the positive side. Especially here, since it's below the envelope, we could look for a connection back to that target of the SuperIchi. So you can use that as a kind of like a goal. It doesn't always touch it. That's a problem. So I'll show you a better target, but that's just one target. So yeah, so let's just say the next candle opened up green or some. You could be looking for a target area of like 404. Right now it's at 868. So on the next candle it'll come down a little bit, maybe 10, 20 pips. But that still would give you maybe 40 pips, 30, 40 pips or more, 45 pips of a potential long once that inflects, right? Or let's say you have a faster MACD that works better than this one. Then you could look for a connection back to that SuperIchi. So that's one way to use it. Actually, that's the second way to use it. The first way was the crossing without kind of a target area. That's the problem with it. There isn't really a target area with the crossing itself. We can just go back to that actually, just maybe spend a few minutes on it just to see some of the crossing here. So like it crossed down here. You had some good first few candles, and then it kind of just started to move up. Then maybe potentially down. You can maybe use it until it crosses back up. Right? That might be a good way to use it. So let's just take this as an example. It crossed up here, it moved up, and it crossed back down here. So if so what's the price? It crossed up. Okay, it crossed up somewhere around here. So either here or here. I think here maybe because it's giving a signal here. The blue dot might be the signal. Okay, so the blue dot's a signal. So let's just say it entered 976, and then we got 50, 60, 70. Okay, so it's not bad. 80 pips, pretty good. On the before the cross down back, the further cross back down. How did that compare to the MACD? Well, it crossed up and it crossed down back there. So it can be good. It can be good. So let's just say it can be good. So let's just look at another example. So it crossed up here. You moved higher. But the thing is, crossed back down here. So if you would have waited for the cross, that looks like it was a weekend open as well, and it gapped down. So that could have been, perhaps you maybe would have seen the lines moving together as well, so maybe you wanted to exit, but it seems like that one would have been a loss, unfortunately, because it moved up, it moved higher. You would have got some, but if you waited until it actually crossed back down, it looks like you would have been out of it. Especially here, because that's when the lines really started to close together, so you're kind of confused, like, well, it's opening down here, hasn't crossed down yet, and when it did, it really gapped down lower. So that one wasn't very good. Some of them are good. This one crossed down, moved down. When did it cross down here? When did it cross back up? So that one would have been good. So hey, you know what? Sometimes it's good. You can take 10. The way to perhaps see how good it is. You can take 10 crosses and see how many are successful. Let's just say 7 are successful. So you're happy with that. You get 70%. Then you can take that 10 and go 20. You can take 20, go 30, and always average it out to like a scale of 100. Or you can take 10 and then wait till you get to 100. and then wait till you get to 1,000, so you could see how many is good and how many is bad. That's the thing with bots, like if you had a bot you could test it a lot faster. So in this case it crossed down. You would have maybe, yeah, you would have got something on the first candle. That's always nice. Histogram then inflected, went back up. Histogram inflected, back down, went down. So it crossed up. So it crossed down at 101.270, crossed back up at 102.92. So that's a pretty significant loss, unfortunately. But sometimes after it does cross down, it does move lower for a little bit. That's why it kind of seems a little unreliable. So you guys can test that out. That's a couple ways to use it. One way's for targets, one way's for just the crossing momentum. So check that out. It's by Lux. They make I think it's a guy actually. He's on YouTube. He did give me his WhatsApp, but it's not personal because I mean it's not because we're friends. It's because I wanted to buy a code from him. So anyways, he offered me the code for 200 bucks and then he kind of disappeared. So I don't know if it's going down. But if it does, I'll let you guys know. It was actually the code for this, but I want it in MT4 or MQL5, MQL4. I don't know if he just has it in PineScript, and I asked him if it had the actual values of the channels. Can we access them? Are they accessible? Because right now he's hiding them. So he didn't answer my question. So I don't know if he will. Anyway, so we have, by the way, we have the dollar strength massively blowing up. Well, look at the pound, 108. So it hasn't been down here in, I don't think it's ever been down here, has it? No, it's okay, so it's pretty much never been down here. You can expect that to break with this momentum, just like fundamentally. Like it pretty much seems like that's gonna break. Rate hikes could go on for another, at least until Christmas, at least. And they're thinking maybe they're gonna do it in the spring as well. So right, we'll go over that next time. So anyways, so what's another way that we can, so we still have stops and we have, maybe I'll just do targets today and we'll do stops next time. So we'll just well, you can use these for stops, so I'll show you how we can use this for stops. So so this is like an algorithmic stop. So you can use ATR, average true range. Actually a lot of people use that. It gives you a number and you can multiply it by 2 or 1.5 and that's your stop. Personally, I don't really use that. This seems to be one of my best stops right now. So pretty much I use this in bots. So what's the best way to use it is to stop out when the price retraces back to take profit, or stop out when the price retraces back to the moving average 5. So that can basically happen. It happens all the time. Look how many times it touches the moving average 5 over the course of even a day. Like it touches it several times, right? So we can expect a nice bullish trade on this next week. Euro 2, it's moving not as volatile as GBP. That's that dumped. Okay, that dumped. So GB, so Great British Pound and I guess Aussie now, Aussie dollar, US and Euro are, is it US CAD in there too? Yeah, so basically you're looking at Euro, Pound, Dollar, so Euro dollar, Pound dollar, Aussie dollar, and Kiwi dollar, New Zealand, for trades next week if you're looking. So what we're looking for here is we're looking for that bullish inflection. And on lower time frames we saw it, where the histogram moved up. Right, the histogram moved up. And that allowed for a connection back to the moving average 5. So right now on the 30-minute there isn't much, but there isn't much potential You can move this to visual order to the front so it goes over the candle. It's not showing that well. Whoops, clicked the wrong one. Style, change that to yellow. Okay. Okay, so basically right now we're gonna be waiting for that inflection, that histogram inflection at least, and look for a connection back to the moving average 5. So your stop out is price is equal to your stop out or take profit. You don't even need 2 blocks of code if you're coding this. You just need price is equal to the moving average 5. That's all you have to do. If you're just trading this visually, basically you just have to watch these numbers at the top. So it's 0.97451, that's where it is. If you get a bullish inflection, for the example, the histogram moves up and it's like white, whatever colors you have, let's just say it is white, you're using the default colors, it's positive, it flashes white, and you take that, you buy, and you wait for what you do is just wait till it connects back to the line. And at this point it's under the Nadaraya-Watson envelope, so it's probably even higher probability that it's going to connect back. So that's pretty much one of my best stops and take profits right now. So check that out. Hopefully that can help you. Like, this one looks even more worth it because the line's so far away. You can also take ranges. You can be like, if it's 20 pips at least away. How many pips is it away? It's like 60 it's like 60 pips away. So you could say if it's more than 20 pips away that you want to take it. If it's 30 pips away, you want to take it. But if it's only within 10 pips, you don't want it. Like something like that. So what's your potential? Like, that just creates an indicator in itself. Like, I could make an indicator out of that, like just the distance away. You could plot that into like almost like an RSI like indicator. And if it's like super far below, like 60 pips, then that could like scale out to like some kind of static value, like it's like oversold, right? But if it's like only if it's equal to, then it's like it's at neutral, right? If it's above, high above, it's overbought. So you can even make an indicator out of it if you wanted to. I guess if you had time, that would be cool. Or if you just wanted to practice coding, that would be cool too. Or if you just wanted to just try it out, you're not a coder, but you want to try it, you want to become one, that would be cool too if you just want to try it out. Okay, so basically, yeah, so that hopefully that helps. So that is stops and take profits. You can, oil's also going down, but you could see that didn't inflect yet. But I'm pretty sure on the lower time frames it did. 2 hour. Yeah, so you can also kind of take them like when the lower time frames start to inflect, then you can start taking those signals as well and waiting for a trade, and if it inflected back to red or to negative, then to close out. So that's all things you can do that kind of set you guys up for some ways to enter the market. Hopefully that helps you guys. You guys can also try to get a faster MACD by playing around with these numbers. Right, you can test different numbers to get a faster MACD. And yeah, so hopefully that helps you guys. I've given you guys like some ways to enter. Wait till price gets below the channel, take the histogram up. You can wait till it connects with the moving average 5, or you can wait till it connects to the SuperIchi as a target, and you can also use it as a stop once price equals to, let's say you entered here and it gapped down for a candle and you had to stop out. That could also help you guys. Yeah, so hopefully that helps. If you guys like the channel, you can subscribe for more videos. We'll be doing trading videos, investing videos, and coding videos. So check it out. Next time we'll talk about some other indicators, what can help you guys out, what's worth it and what's not worth it. So I'll see you guys next time. Take care.